Hi, my name is Jasmina, and I am a yoga teacher at YYOGA, and I am also a yoga teacher trainer for YYOGA. And in this segment, I'm going to take you through bridge pose. I'm going to give you 4 different variations so that you have options to choose what works for your body today. A couple of points just for safety. Number 1, once you get into your bridge pose, please keep your head nice and still so you're not turning it side to side to protect your neck and your upper back. And I'll speak also to the positioning and some of the work in your legs to keep them from splaying apart. And you might want to actually watch the video first once so that you can implement all of those cues in your own body so you don't have to turn your head to the screen to see what I'm saying. So you'll set yourself up, and what's really important is that you set yourself up in a way where your feet are planted with intention, feet hip distance apart, pointed straight forward. We have a tendency to turn our feet out, but here I want you to get really specific about planting your feet and then fix them into place. Your knees can come directly over your ankles. I find that slightly behind them is helpful. You'll have a block. If you don't have a block, a couple of books will work, just something that is solid, because for the first variation I'll show you, I'm going to give you the option to come into a supported bridge pose, which is super sweet. So you'll roll yourself down, put the block on the other side. I'll roll myself down nice and slow onto my back, and which is really comfortable. And what you'll do is just make sure that your feet haven't moved and that you haven't pulled yourself so far back that now your knees are way behind your ankles. So you might have to move your pelvis forward slightly. Once you have your eye gaze fixed to the ceiling, I want you to slide one of your hands underneath it so that you know that you have space underneath your neck. So this is really important. So you want the natural curve of your neck to be maintained. And this applies to every variation that I will guide you through today. This option for supported bridge will have you take your block or your books, have them nearby, and all you'll do is you'll press your feet down and very gently lift your hips up. And you'll slide the block underneath your pelvis, and you can let yourself just sink into it without moving your feet, without moving your head. I like to keep my arms just alongside my body. And you can take as many breaths as you like here. Maybe start with 5. So that's option 1. You'll lift your hips, slide the block out, and roll yourself down. Next option is you'll take the block, and to train your legs and to strengthen the inner line of your legs, your adductor muscles, you'll take this block and you'll place it in between your inner thighs. So not your knees. Sometimes I have students that take their block too far or too low. So find a place that's comfortable. And you know, if you're a guy practicing, you might take the block a little wider depending on the size of your body and what's comfortable. So place the block and squeeze it gently, don't overdo it, just enough so that the block doesn't drop out when you lift your hips up. Press your feet down. Again, reset your eye gaze. There's still space underneath your neck. And press your feet down and even your shoulders here, and all you'll do is lift your hips, low back, mid back, upper back. You have an option here to hold on to the long edges of your yoga mat if that feels better for your hands. Or walk your hands underneath you and take a little interlacing, and you can actually very gently guide your shoulders underneath you. And you'll take a few breaths, keep squeezing your block. When you're ready, take your hands out, release your arms from the top of your spine to the bottom. You'll come out. Once you land, once your hips are down, it's safe for you to move your block, place it to the side. So your next option is to not use any props, which is totally fine. I want you to pay really close attention to making sure that you don't overactivate your glutes, which would lead to your legs coming apart, which can be higher risk for your lower back and cause compression, which we don't want. So we want yoga to stay therapeutic. We don't want to hurt our physical bodies. So it's a mindfulness practice. Pay attention to how you've planted yourself. Feet are still pointing straight forward, knees tracking in line with your ankles. The back of your head is pressing down and you still have space underneath your neck. Press your feet down actively. So you'll get a sense here of your heels and your toes, and press into the floor to lift your hips, low back, mid back, upper back. Option to hold on to the long edges of your yoga mat. Option to walk your arms underneath you, interlace your fingers, and very gently walk your shoulders underneath you. Keep your feet pressing down. Keep the back of your head pressing down. And a refinement now in your bridge pose is with your feet pressing and fixed into your yoga mat, pull your feet very gently towards your hands. And after a few breaths, release your hands, release your arms, and from the top of your spine to the bottom, lower. You can work any of those variations. The last one is a little more refined, where once you get a little more kind of connected to your physical body, you can get more subtle, a little more sensitive. Press your heels down, and if you don't get it the first time, that's okay. You'll keep practicing it. It takes a few times probably to feel it. So press your heels down, take your palms and place them to your outer hips. And as you press your feet down, you can start to scrub your heels apart from one another. Your feet won't move because they're fixed in place. What this does for you, and you might feel it in your body, is your outer hips will engage. So there's a couple of muscles outside along the outer hip that will keep your thigh bones parallel to each other when you recruit your glutes, just enough to help you lift your hips up. So you press your feet down, scrub them apart energetically, keep that action, make sure your head's turned straight up, and press your feet down, lift your hips, low back, mid back, upper back. You'll notice that my thigh bones are not splaying apart. Walk your arms underneath you, interlace your fingers, and here you are in your bridge pose. As I press my feet down, I continue to pull them towards my hands, towards my shoulders, and I'll get just enough activation of my back body to open up my front body. When you're ready, you release your hands, arms, and from the top of your spine to the bottom, you lower. Back bends are amazing. They strengthen your hamstrings, your glutes, all of the muscles along your back body. And they open up your quadricep muscles, your hip flexors, and they get tight if you sit a lot, which we all do, and your abdominals, and of course your chest. So I hope that those variations, that you'll practice them. And thank you for watching. My name is Jasmina, and I teach at YYOGA.